Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. Today is Sunday, so going to make a bit of an effort for breakfast or brunch, you could say. So I'm gonna make aloo parathas. I've got some potatoes here. I've just taken off the bit where this, where the roots start growing a little bit. So I've just took them off and put them in to boil. Whilst they're boiling with some salt, I've got some fresh coriander here and some fresh mint and some green chillies that I'm going to wash and then chop up. As a guide, I'd use 1 part coriander, fresh coriander, and then half of that of the mint leaves. Not going to use the stalks of the mint. And the green chilies, and I'm going to use a medium-sized onion that I'm going to chop very finely and then try and take the moisture out of it as much as I can. After I've chopped the onion up, I'm going to put it on a kitchen towel with a bit of salt so it can release some of its juices and the paper towel will soak them up. I have rushed it here. I started to squeeze it too quickly. I realized it after. So what I've done is, after I've tried to take some of the moisture away from the onion, it was still a bit wet. So I'm just gonna put it onto a paper towel and let the paper towel just soak it up whilst I do something else. Okay, so whilst this is happening, I'm going to get the spices together. It's a tablespoon of cumin seeds, crushed coriander seeds 1 teaspoon, some salt, chili flakes about half a teaspoon because they're quite hot, a teaspoon of pomegranate powder, which is anardana powder, and this is carom seeds, ajwain seeds, so a teaspoon of them. I'm going to mix them and keep them to the side. My potatoes are done here. I'm just going to check them with a knife. They are very nice and soft. I'm going to take this off the heat, wash them in cold water, drain them, and take the skins off just with my hands here. They easily come away. They don't have to be totally off the potato. As much as you can take off is fine. So I'm taking off whatever I can and just leave some on, it's fine. And gonna mash them and add in all the herbs, the coriander, mint, green chili and the spices, and you can taste it as well at this point once you've added everything, and if it needs any more salt or chili you can add that. So in goes everything, and I'm just gonna stir it quickly and leave it to the side to cool totally. This mixture needs to be very cold, or cold, at least cold, for it to be stuffed into the parathas. If it is warm or hot and you start cooking with it, you start stuffing the dough ball, the paratha, with this stuffing, and it's still warm or hot, it will split the paratha and it won't be very nice. It will be hard to handle. So it's best that your dough is cold and this stuffing is cold. I had forgotten to make the dough for the paratha, so I'm quickly doing that at the side as well whilst the stuffing is cooling down. And I'm making some tea here as well, Pakistani tea, 1 cup water, 3 tea bags, some cardamoms, I think 2 cardamoms, and some fennel seeds. Let that boil and add 3 cups of milk and let it boil slowly on a very low gas. I had some chicken thigh mince in the fridge. It's only a little bit, so I thought to cook some of that in some salt and chili flakes and green chili, and stuff a couple of parathas with this as well. So I'm just cooking this in a pan, no oil added, and gonna stuff a couple of parathas with this. I'm just adding green chilies in there. I added some chili flakes and salt, and that's it, and cooked this and cooled it down before I added this to the stuffing. To bind it, I added some of the potato mixture in here, only a heaped spoon that I've got here, just a heaped spoon, just to give it some flavour of the mint and the coriander and the spices there. Tea is boiling nicely and slowly. I'm just going to leave it on a really low gas here. And here I stuffed one, I forgot to film it. So what you'll notice is sometimes we get air pockets, air pockets like this. I've got a toothpick here that I just pierce it gently, and the air will come out and you can carry on rolling. I noticed this today, that I was getting lots of air pockets, maybe because of the way I've stuffed them today, but they're easily tackled, the air pockets, because if you don't take the air out there, you can leave some air in, but if there's large air pockets, they can burst and all your stuffing can come out whilst it's cooking. Your skillet or tawa needs to be preheated, which mine, I put it on before I started rolling the dough. So I put the paratha on and I put some butter over it, and I'm just going to cook this on one side till it's firm enough to turn over. The gas needs to be low medium. It's not supposed to be high and not very low, because it won't do much if it's very low, and too high it'll burn on the outside and still remain raw on the inside. This one is ready now to be eaten, so I'm just going to take it out on a plate and cut it. It's nice and thin. I don't like parathas with a lot of dough, or thick dough and a little bit of stuffing. They're not nice to eat, they're too chewy and it's too heavy. So these have turned out really nice. The dough is thin, it's very thin, and the stuffing is spicy and it's covered from edge to edge. I don't even like it when sometimes we make parathas, we roll one disc out and we put the stuffing in the middle, roll another disc of dough out and then put it over the top and then roll them together, because the edges don't have the stuffing in and then nobody likes to eat them and then they go to waste. Well, in my house they do. So this way, the way I'm going to show you now, the stuffing is from edge to edge, and it's because it's spicy, the whole dough, there's no bits of dough that are without the stuffing, if that makes sense. And the dough is nice and thin. The paratha is not thick, it's not heavy, it's not very doughy and chewy, it's not like that. It's nice and thin. You can see there, and the filling is nice, it fills it up. You can actually, this one is Qeema one that I'm making, that's cooled down, so you can stuff it a lot. Actually, you can stuff as much as you want in it. It just thins the dough out, and it tastes nicer. So I've rolled it out thick, and then I've put this stuffing in the middle, and then just gathered the dough from one edge to the other, if you can see this, and then just gathered it all in the middle and turned it round, and then just put flour on both sides and rolled it like this. And I think this is what was causing the air pockets as well, but they're fine with the toothpick, you get rid of them. So this is how I'm stuffing them now, and they do taste a lot nicer this way. This one is almost ready. I've got a queue waiting to take it away, so I need to speed up and make the rest. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do try the recipe. It is a nice cheat day recipe, I'd say. Definitely only to have once in a while. Also, I wanted to quickly do a review about zebrablinds. We recently had them fitted. The company was excellent. The customer service is very good. The fitter here was very good. He knew his job. He knew what he had to do. He understood about the blinds very much. He was in touch with us. He fitted them to perfection, aligning them all up, and he took his time here doing his job. He didn't rush it. We chose the designs, and then a few weeks later he came to fit them. This is the position where you can see out. You can't see in, but you can see out. And this is when all the patterns are lined up. That means you can't see in or out. So that's closed. That's closed. And that's open. And that's closed. Yeah, so I'm very pleased with them. I just wanted to quickly mention this at the end of my video. They travel all over the UK to fit. They come and measure up, they give you a quote. If you're happy with it, you just give them a little deposit and then they come back to fit them. Very pleased, and thank you, Zebra Blinds.